All right, what's up, everybody? It's a little lunchtime conversation with Jake and I. Jake, tell the people how you feel.
Not great. My wife has made it a tradition to get sick. Like every time we go to beaches in red states. She got Disney COVID and gave that to me about like 2 years ago, and now she's given me South Padre Island COVID. So um, I've been quote unquote enjoying my time off in the house, sweating my ass off. I can't taste, can't smell, but I could still
Are
watch
you
football. So
actively feverish at the moment?
yes, very sweaty, and then very cold, and then very sweaty.
Oh, excellent. I'm hoping for some fevered conversation then.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely have COVID brain. So if I fucking space on you guys, I'm sorry.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time someone's spaced on this podcast, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. All right. So, any breaking news that you'd like to discuss first? Or did you? I actually did put a little clip together explaining the European format and released it on the channel.
Oh, hell yeah.
Maybe I should just drop it right here. But do you know what the format is for Europe?
It's what is it, the Swedish or the Swiss model?
What is this? Is it the Swiss model? I don't even know.
I think that's what it was called when I first heard about it. It was like the Swiss model, but people are getting kind of up in arms about it and like don't change it. And I agree. I don't think it needed to be changed. I don't think
Agreed.
it did.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's gonna be this way, I'm not saying, like bend over and take it, but kind of look at it for the fun that it might be. Is like you get your team gets to go all over. I'm sure, like,
Yeah.
with the European Union, the travel rules there, I'm sure that's a fucking blast for those fans. You go to
Yeah.
Turin, you go to, Croatia, you go here, you go there. Like, it's got to be some fun away days with that setup.
I mean, yeah. So for those that don't know, I'm going to reiterate it anyway. There's 36 teams in Europa, Champions, and Conference League, and they play a giant table. It's all 36 teams on one table. 1 through 8 have automatic qualifying into the knockout stages, and then 9 through 24 then do a home and away playoff leg to get to the final 16. Then 25 and over, nobody drops down anymore, so you don't have any Champions League losers dropping into Europa, which I think is nice. I like that it's separate tournaments now. But then it's the same old format, 16 in. So, yeah, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. We just have to deal with it. Do you want to hear Tottenham's? All right, so actually, it's not round robin, too. They only play 8 games out of the 36 teams. So they did like a draw for that. So Tottenham have 8 games, 4 home, 4 away. They play Rome at home, Rangers away, which Jimmy's going to absolutely love. Then Alkmaar from Eredivisie home. Then Fenerbahce, who I believe is Greek. I believe that's Greek. Then Karabag. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I don't know where they're from at all. Galatasaray, Turkey. Elfsborg, which is Swedish. I looked that one up. Then Hoffenheim at the Bundesliga away. Yeah, so it should be fun. It should be fun.
Karabag is Azerbaijan.
Oh, random. Wow. Yeah, they're going to play there.
And then Elfsborg is Sweden, yeah.
And we're playing Elfsborg home. So we're playing Galatasaray,
you're going to
away, which is crazy in Turkey.
Ferencváros is Hungary.
Hungary. Ah, interesting. That's away. Away to the Eastern Bloc. That'll be pretty fun. You guys are not in Europe, yeah?
No.
Yeah. I'm sure that's the goal for next year.
I'm hoping so. They've certainly looked good enough, I think, to at least get Europa League.
Oh yeah. I mean, you guys are coming off a big win.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Okay, so a lot of fans were kind of, or a lot of pundits were kind of making it out to be like this giant, I don't want to say giant upset, but like it's like, oh, it's this big thing that Brighton beats Manchester United. But I mean, we've beaten them pretty consistently since we've been in the Premier League. It's just a matchup that we've been good against. But
yeah, people in the know that that's not that big of an upset.
Yeah, and
Plus 800. I didn't get your bet in. I'm sorry.
Oh, hang on, give me a sec.
Yeah, sorry.
All right, we're good. I've been trying to mute the mic. You guys are going to hear my sniffles though. Late game stakes, that was super fun overall. I'm not trying to make it out like this game wasn't a really, really fun one for me. I think it just goes to show more of Ten Hag's managing shortcomings. You know, they had
the same story as last year. They got like at the end of the season they won a trophy, an FA Cup against City, and then everyone got all nostalgic for Ten Hag. But then you remember during the season, it's always been a slog with him. So
yeah,
good luck, United fans. I wish you nothing but sadness.
They spent so much money on De Ligt to leave him on the bench for Harry Maguire to get pretty much pantsed essentially on the first goal. João Pedro plays it over. It like bounces. Maguire can't get to it. Goes to Matoma. Matoma plays it across the goal mouth to Welbeck, who finishes it. Maguire can't get to it again. Just looking silly.
Welbeck's 36.
He's close to. No, he's younger than me. I think he's like 33.
33.
Yeah, he's 33.
Matoma back is a revelation. When he went out last year, that's when you guys started faltering.
Yeah, he is a stud. And then Minte on the other side, because that was my only complaint about healthy Matoma Brighton was sometimes an over-reliance on that left side, it felt like.
Yeah.
And Minte is just you can't overload defensively on Matoma's side anymore because Minte is going to destroy you. And he had another good game, no goal involvements, but he was pretty much in on everything. That kid is incredible. But and then the other thing that I really enjoy about my team right now is when Minte comes out, Adingra comes on, and in the second Premier League game in a row, he had a goal involvement, a late game cross to an unguarded João Pedro who heads it in, past Onana. Brighton 2, Manchester United 1. Same old, same old.
Late winner. Love to see it.
Yeah.
Love to see it. Is there anything better than a late winner in sports, do you think? I don't think so.
Beating Chelsea 8-0.
That would be pretty great, too. Who did that? United,
no, it wasn't us.
A few times. 8-0.
Yeah.
Or was it 9-0? Didn't they lose something crazy?
I think they did. Yeah. There was something wild.
Those score lines are just horrible to watch if you're on the losing end of them. You're just like,
yeah, you got it. What was the one? I overslept and didn't get to see it, the Villa Brighton match last year after we got off to that hot start, and then I just get the text in the group chat from Jimmy, like, wherever you are, Jake, I just want you to know that I hope you're okay. And I look at the score and I was like, oh fuck,
was it 4-0?
Something like that. They beat the crap out of us.
Yeah. Well, if it was 4-0, that's a good segue into the Tottenham destroying Everton 4-0.
There we go.
Fantastic. Just what the body, just what the soul needs to put you right as a trip against Everton. And yeah, it had to be Basuma in the 14th minute off of a beautiful little lead off by Kulusevski and just drilled it. And then Sonny getting his brace, of course, because he's a beast. And then Romero putting one in the back of the net to go 4-0 drop on the Toffees. Love to see it.
Can we talk about the best thing I saw from that game, other than Pickford looking silly, getting his shit his pocket
That
pick.
was great.
Van de Ven, essentially coast to coast on his assist, right?
Mhm.
That was wild.
Van de Ven is so fast. And he's so good. But we have to watch with him as the injuries because of that running takes its toll.
I mean, 6'4". Like you usually associate like long dribbles with like shorter, shiftier guys.
Yeah.
It seemed almost like he was like direct line. Like he had like hesitations on the run, but he was just like, nah, fuck y'all. And he just
It
went.
reminds me so much of Jan Vertonghen that it's ridiculous. Like he plays like Jan when Jan is at his best.
Yeah,
So
I like that guy a lot. I mean, obviously Basuma's one of the Brighton transfers that I still have affection for.
I don't want to jinx it, but Romero seems awfully in control these days.
Yeah.
I mean, people will hate on that don't like Tottenham, but he's a changed man all of a sudden and still an excellent world champion defender.
Yeah. Do you think these guys are all behind Poch? You think Poch is starting to get to him, or?
You you mean Ainge, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Postacoglu, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good slip because the USMNT is on the brain right now. Yeah, I think he still has the locker room. It's early though. I think if they lose a string of games, I could see them turning, but
I mean,
so far, good. I mean, the draw away at Leicester is what it is. Like Leicester's all pumped up to get their first game back in the Prem, and it's a tough place to play away. People forget that. But yeah, it's a 4-0 win. That helps. Like I think right now he's definitely got the locker room still.
yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like his guys at it was Celtic, right? And then before that it was Japan. It seemed like all his guys that were there liked him.
Yeah, he seems like a very affable manager. I think he's definitely a player's coach.
And then
Odebert got the start. Our guy from Forest and looks fantastic on the left. And then Sonny started as the number 9. Then Brennan Johnson outright, who's not had a whole lot of goal involvements, I'll say, just in general. Although maybe that's not fair, but I don't know if he's the answer at right wing long term, but he's who we got right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because FOTMob had him in the 9 position, and I was wondering if that's how it really went.
No, he's always winger. And then, ideally, Solanke's starting up top, but when he doesn't, then Sonny kind of operates like a false 9 a bit.
Yeah.
And then his wingers go running in off of him. But then, so Kulusevski played in the midfield with Madison and Basuma, and the Basuma was kind of in an advanced role.
Really?
Yeah. So that was all very interesting and different.
So it'll be.
Okay. No, I was just going to say, I'd be curious to see what they roll out for the next game, which we playing. Newcastle, 8:30 a.m.
Ugh.
Yeah, away.
So why was Sarr not starting is Sarr not going to be a starter for you guys or what?
No, I think Sarr will. I'm not sure why he's not starting thus far, but I mean, we do have Europe, so we have we've got a very busy schedule. So I think everyone's going to get time, even the guys that are sitting the bench right now in the Prem.
Yeah.
Like I would assume Timo Werner, like you haven't seen him hit the field. It's a fun link that we have today.
What's that?
It's a fun link for a player that we have coming up.
What's that?
It's Lo Celso's going to Betis, but coming back is Johnny Cardoso.
Getting American on the Spurs again?
Yeah, in a number 6 role, which I think is kind of a position of need. So I think all of a sudden we're going to be watching not a lot of Cardoso, but some Cardoso between cup competitions and then Europa.
Did you guys play a Carabao Cup match?
No, we did not. So we entered next round.
Oh, okay.
Country that was just announced.
Yeah, we got I guess I could cover that just real quick. I don't want to talk about the game too much, but beat Crawley 4-0. Kind of a slow start to the game, only one goal in the first half. That was a Dingra. The thing I do want to talk about is Jay Williams for Crawley. You're a dirtbag. Straight up Brexit tackle on our new $30 million signing, Matt O'Reilly, damaged ligaments in his ankle. He is going to need ankle surgery. So we,
just an absolute move.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible to see that. And then
Crawley's what, League Two?
Crawley is League One.
League One. Didn't they have you on the ropes for a little bit?
Yeah, they did. They were. I think after the O'Reilly injury, it got everyone a little riled up, and they were playing like crap. And then, as Jimmy said in the group chat, Igor and Webster are not the two center backs that Fabian Hertzler likes in his lineup, where they can send passes upward. They were getting stops, but everything was just kind of getting a little too close for comfort.
You scored 31st, 48th, 84th, 86th.
Yeah. Yeah, once it broke open, and then they got a red card kind of to finish up the game. I think it was one of those things where it's like, okay, we're not as good. Let's try to rattle them, and that's what they were doing. That Jay Williams guy, he had a tackle, obviously the tackle that injured O'Reilly, and then he took out Enciso pretty much right after, who had himself a fantastic game too. That kid is still very much in Brighton's plans for being a star. Great assist to Sarmiento on his goal.
Who do you guys play this weekend?
We play the Arsenal at 5:30 in the fucking morning.
So. It's Saturday for you. That's a nice, easy 7:30 a.m. start for me. I'll be up. I'll be watching.
I think I'm gonna turn my phone off or turn it on airplane mode so I don't get any updates, and then
That's
I'll just
go. I won't text you, especially if you lose. And I won't.
That's a big one for me because El Paso has a huge Arsenal fan base. They have the border cannons out here, and then my brother-in-law.
Keep talking. I'll check it.
My brother-in-law is a big Arsenal fan as well. A lot of those guys, like, they got into it. Like people my age, they got into it because of Henry and that era.
Yeah, the Wenger era. Good era.
And then a lot of the younger guys were into it because of Vela.
Vela?
Carlos Vela, he was Arsenal for a bit.
I did not. I think I knew that at one point, but I completely forgot that.
I think he
still in MLS? Is he? He went to the Earthquakes.
I don't know where he is. If he's still LAFC or not. I
moved. Although I don't know. You know us. We don't care about the MLS Garber's little play toy. Brighton are plus 650 against Arsenal, plus 420 for a tie.
Oh, I guess people were making. People are putting money in on that, huh? I think. I think Arsenal is really good. I think Brighton's going to have to really, really fight to get this win.
That's why I'm liking draw at plus 420.
Yeah, I think a draw is probably the most logical conclusion, but I'll still hold out for a dub just so I can talk some shit.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for the Arsenal to get humbled early in the season. It would go a long way for my psyche. If they could just do that. My fragile Tottenham psyche.
Well, the only problem is as much as I joke every time we get a new signing, we're going to win the league. But the thing that I worry about is, we beat Arsenal and then that somehow allows City to win the title at the end of the year again.
I mean, they both stink. I don't want either. Ugh. Anyway, let's get on a more rosy subject. I don't want to talk about the arse anymore. Any other Brighton thoughts before the weekend?
There was one more. Hang on.
Floating around that COVID-infected brain of yours.
Well, I had to. It's one of those names that you and Jimmy make fun of me for. So, we finally completed the signing of Ferdy Kadioglu. I'm just going to call him Ferdy from now on. Left back. He was one of the stars of Euros for Turkey. Really, really versatile player. When Estupiñán came back in this last Carabao Cup match, so him and Ferdy are going to be able to play on that left side. But Ferdy is also able to move into like a central midfield role. He can play all over the field. So even as a right back, so we're gonna be looking really, really good with him and Estupiñán on the field.
It's interesting how teams deploy left and right backs in general, because a lot of times they will rotate in and act as like a center defensive mid.
Yeah, especially with what Hertzler likes to do, because it like I've said before, like it's like a 3-4-3 that almost like morphs into like a 2-5 whatever. Like it just everything goes forward, and like the offside trap is insane. But other than that, Billy Gilmore, despite the O'Reilly injury, he'll be heading to Napoli.
The late great Billy Gilmore in Jake's mind. Is he dead to you now?
No, I like Billy. I mean, they signed a shit ton of central midfielders to essentially take his spot, and a big Italian club wants him. I get it.
Italy's a great place. It's a great place for players.
Yeah, he's still the greatest Scot that ever lived.
Yeah.
Better than McTominay, Jimmy.
McTominay is a great player.
McTominay's going to Napoli too.
Oh shoot! Good for him. Good for him getting a move away from United. That's toxic.
Yeah, so it'll be Billy Gilmore and his less talented compatriot.
Yeah. So, I think that's all I got in Tottenham. Playing Newcastle, big game. So, yeah, why don't we make it a nice tidy? You got any rants?
Take care of yourself. Obviously, this disease isn't going anywhere anytime soon, so it's definitely not gone. And I will be wearing a mask on airplanes from now on. So,
yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a bad idea.
Yeah,
why not protect yourself on a place that's definitely known for germs?
Yeah,
fuselage of an airplane definitely have. I mean, that's how modern diseases travel. That's a whole nother discussion for a different day.
Yeah, and then also you didn't even compliment the threads.
Oh, nice! I love that yellow away kit. Love that yellow away kit. Yeah, I've got nothing for a rant. Just thanks for chatting with at lunch time here about soccer. It's nice to catch up.
Yeah, definitely. I will hopefully be feeling better. Missed my indoor game last night, but to my Sunday league team, I will probably not be out there, but I will return to the field one day.
Yeah, it's Friday. There's no way you're getting out there. Yeah, you're a dead man.
Oh God, it sucks.
I wish you well.
Thank you, sir.
Goodbye.